Hey there, my name's Rachel, and this is my very first, I guess we'll call them a podcast episode for my small business and my channel here on YouTube. In today's episode, I want to give a little bit of a background on my small business and where I'm coming from, and hopefully what these episodes can lead into down the road. So let's get started. So I have been selling on Etsy since 2015. And I started off when I was married. My husband at the time was in the military. And so we lived in an area that I wasn't super familiar with. I had my baby girl, my daughter, and I had just been working a very simple waitressing type of job. But I did not want to pass my newborn off to people that I didn't know or necessarily trust. And so that's where I came up with the idea for, hey, you know what? I'm creative, I'm artsy, I can figure something out. Oh, what's that site? Etsy, right? And what I sold in my shop, it was called Happy Babe Handmade. That name does not exist anymore. But I went ahead and started making baby headbands. I also made the hair ties that would not leave a mark in your hair. I did a whole bunch of those different hair ties. I also decorated phone cases and with fake rhinestones, and then also the kawaii sort of style. And I also made floral maternity sashes. If I can find any pictures from this, I might be able to pull them from my really old reviews in my shop. I will put some here. So I started with those types of items, and gradually, and did I say I started in 2015? Somewhere towards the end of 2016, things were really slowing down, and I was trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do here? What do I go with next? And I ended up selling craft supplies. So I would buy wholesale and then resell in smaller quantities. And 2017 was actually a really great year for me. The only year so far that was a success. I had about 30,000 in profit. And it was amazing. It was so cool to know that I was able to cover all of my bills at the time. I would make anywhere from $500 to $800 a week, and that was just amazing to me, crazy. And what ended up happening and why I stepped out of the craft supplies is I was having a lot of issues with my hands and my health at the time. And I was also still selling a lot of hair ties at this time, like pineapple print, unicorn print, mermaid print, etc. And my hands could not take it anymore. I had lots of fatigue in my joints. And I started stepping away from that, which is unfortunate because hindsight is 2020, right? I look back at that and I kind of wonder if I had kept going with that, where I could have been today. But it is what it is. So coming up on 2020, I kind of skipped a lot, actually. Sorry. So 2018 and 19, I started getting into a lot of sewing and crochet as well, but mostly sewing. I was sewing flannel baby blankets, swaddle blankets, things like that. I did get sales, but it was never much. In 2020, I started a second shop, which at the time was called Vang Decor and More. I had a different last name at the time when I was married. And I still also had the original shop, but I transitioned over to digital products. Now, I'll certainly leave links down below to both of my shops. So if you're curious, like what is going on here, you can take a look. My digital shop is called Healing Mystic Designs, and I have a variety of digital papers, digital backgrounds, Procreate color palettes, and the like. And my other shop that I have called Moon Mystic Cottage is my physical product shop that is crochet, wax melts, and also I have some print on demand items over there. Now, so in 2020, and I do apologize if I'm a little all over the place. I have a tendency to do that. In 2020, though, was when I started the digital products. That's when I got the Procreate app on my iPad. Awesome app, by the way, for drawing and illustration. It's only $10. You pay it one time. But when I learned how I could make my own color palettes and people were selling these, I was like, oh, wow, cool. And when I first started with those, I did have some success for several months, but it only went so far, and I had to keep working on other things. The other shop, Moon Mystic Cottage, again, it was called Vang Decor and More, and I, for a while, was making microwave rice bags, like for sore muscles and things like that. And I did sell a number of those, but nothing of any, significant amount. So I'll jump ahead a little bit now to today, 2023. What I can tell you is that I'm not having much success. I am not going to be one of those small business related YouTubers that comes to you saying, hey, here's how you make thousands of dollars every single month on Etsy. I wish that was my situation because my family could certainly use that right now, but it's not. And I want to provide my story, some of my knowledge on being on Etsy and having a small business, the struggles of it. I am currently a single parent household. I do have a relationship, but my household is a single parent household when it comes to the bills and everything. So it is one of those situations that is hard to grapple with, if that's what I'm looking for there. But I think that there is a way to find success on Etsy. I loved Etsy for a very long time. Like lots of other sellers over these last few years, we've gotten a little bit frustrated with Etsy because of the drop shipped items that were coming onto the platform. And that is changing now because they are removing some of those shops and those items, which I think is great. Good on them, good on Etsy for doing that, because these were the types of items that you would just find on Amazon and AliExpress and eBay, etc. But I want to be a little bit of a voice, I guess, for all of us who are struggling right now, and we're trying to figure out, how do we make these changes? How do we improve our small businesses? What is it that we need to work on to make this a reality, a success for our lives? I have for a long time now wanted to just be working for myself and make a full-time income doing so, but that has been insanely hard. I am not even making a part-time income from it. And that is a major blow to just overall when you desire so much to be creative and enjoy the process and enjoy what you create and what you make, etc. So I hope that I can, with these little episodes, bring some awareness to maybe the struggles that a lot of us deal with small business and starting on Etsy. And hopefully maybe go over questions from anybody that they might have and talk about different topics that are maybe hard to talk about or that nobody else wants to talk about because of the difficulty that there is with being a small business owner, especially currently in this time and space with the cost of everything being so high. And I hope that we can also gradually find success in our small businesses, whether it's Etsy or just maybe a brick and mortar, or say your own online store like Shopify, etc. I do not have any other place that I sell besides just locally. I don't have the funds, the means to start my own website, and I really don't even have the time to do all of that. I do have 2 kids, so that makes it even more difficult to get all of those things done in a timely manner. So I think that that is a good little intro to my history on Etsy. There's more to it than that, but I will go on forever, and this video would just be way too long. So if you have questions, please leave them down below in the comments, and maybe something that you would like for me to talk about and go over. I definitely appreciate that input, and I'll figure out what my next episode will be about. I'm going to try my best to get some type of episode up once a week. These will probably have like minimal editing, because I need it to be fairly quick because I don't have a lot of time. And I know that you know exactly what that's like. It's so hard to keep up with posting on social media, but we got to try, right? So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, please consider subscribing for more videos down the road. And I appreciate you being here. And thank you for all of you who have subscribed. There may only be a few of us, but I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.